Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be a new makeup tutorial. It is going to be on this bold fall glam look. We have a bold eye, we have bold lashes, we have a bit of a bolder lip, and I'm just really excited to bring you guys another makeup tutorial. I'm slowly getting more comfortable making these tutorials here on YouTube. I've been doing a ton of them over on Instagram. It helped me not only gain confidence in doing my makeup because I'm not a makeup artist, I'm just recently learning how to do makeup, so doing those Instagram tutorials kind of took a little bit of pressure off me, helped me get more comfortable with makeup and also more comfortable with editing tutorials because it is really hard when it comes to editing. So I'm excited. I think I have a couple more fall looks that I'm going to do for you guys, and I'm just excited to do more makeup tutorials over here because I have found them to be a lot of fun, and I'm actually to the point where like today I knew like what colors I wanted to use and you know a few of the certain eyeshadows that I was going to use, but I really just kind of like am winging it. And this look, I mean, I didn't expect it to be like quite this all over bold. We even went with like a bolder brow, but I mean, hey, like it just is what it is. That's how it turned out to be, and I actually really do like this look. So we are also using all affordable products in here. All the makeup products and the brushes that I use are all from affordable brands. So if you want to see how I got this bold fall burgundy affordable makeup look, please keep watching. So I'm going to start off with the eyes. So I'm going to first use the BH Cosmetics and Carli Bybel palette, and I'm going to use my Morphe M441 and pick up this third shade right here. It's like a light purplish brownish shade. I don't know, it's really like the only transition color that I feel like is in this palette. But I'm gonna go ahead and use my fluffy blending brush and just apply that in the crease and a little bit above it as my transition. And then I'm going to use my Morphe G13. I'm going to pick up this lash shade in the palette right here. It is a very dark purple, and I'm going to apply that all over the lid. So I like this look for green eyes because purple is the color that is best known, I think, for bringing out green eyes. And it's so funny because I remember like so many years ago, the brand Almay, it's a drugstore brand, they came out with it was like little quads or little eyeshadow trios, and they like, I can remember watching the commercial and then saying like, oh, and each one is designed for like a specific eye color. So they had ones for brown eyes, for blue eyes, and so the one that they had out for green eyes had all like purples featured. So I always thought that was really cool. It's like something I remember because I bought the one for green eyes and I like rocked purple so hard after that came out. But purple really is one of my favorite shades. So when I decided to do this kind of like fall, like purple burgundy, kind of little bit of a glam look, I also thought I could incorporate something for green eyes as well, since a subscriber did ask for that. So this is kind of like my go-to glam look at the moment. What I really like about this brush is that it's good for packing on color, but then it also is kind of like a blending brush as well. So I just will kind of sweep it through the crease also, just to kind of avoid harsh lines, but I will go back in and we're not done yet. So our work is not done. I'm going to dip into my Z palette. This has my Makeup Geek shadows, and I'm going to take this shade right here. It's called Bitten. It's a really pretty like deep burgundy red shade, and I'm going to use my pencil brush from Morphe. It's an E18, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of the Bitten shade, and I'm going to apply that into my crease just to kind of give us more of the burgundy look as well, so it's not just purple. I wanted to add a little bit of burgundy because that seems to be like a really hot color right now for fall, so this is how I'm going to incorporate it. And because it's such a deep shade, my advice is to start small and then just keep building it. So I'm going to apply it like towards the outer crease and the outer V, and then slowly work my way in. And it's just to give us a little pop of color. If you prefer to do just the straight purple, totally fine, totally your call. I just wanted to incorporate the burgundy in here somehow. You probably see that like my shadows are really messy, but that's okay. That's why I start off with my eyes, because I will clean that all up when I go in and start my face. Once I have all the Bitten on there that I want, I'm just going to take my G13 again with no extra product and then just do another blend. I use my Maybelline Master Precise Liquid Liner, and I am going to make a fairly bold wing for this look. My face next before I finish off with the eyes. So to prime, I'm going to use the Milani Prime Shield. This is their mattifying and pore minimizing primer. It's not my favorite primer because it like feels very like silicone-y to me. I don't know if you can see that. Like it just kind of feels like odd on the skin, but I do think it is good. But it is one of my, you know, affordable primer, so I wanted to use it, and I don't like dislike it. Like I don't want to like get rid of it. I just wouldn't say that it's my favorite primer. Foundation I'm going to use from L'Oreal, the True Match Lumi. I absolutely love this foundation, and I feel like I've been neglecting it lately, so I'm bringing it back. I'm in the shade W5. So I'm going to apply it with my Morphe M439 brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and do a couple pumps on here just to save me the hassle of having it on my hand, because I don't love that. This has been one of my favorite foundations for a very long time. I have no idea how I have not run out of it yet, but whenever I do, I would totally repurchase this. It's very long lasting, feels super nice on the skin, and it gives your skin just like a luminous glow. Like it doesn't make you look too shiny or anything like that. It just makes your skin look healthy, which I love. This foundation brush from Morphe is also one of my favorite brushes, and it's super affordable. So the M439, love it. Contour, I'm going to use my NYX Sculpt and Highlight Duo. So I'm first going to take the highlight side. So I'm going to apply that underneath my eyes. Also apply some to the center of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and any leftover I'll put on my chin. And then I'm going to buff that out with my Morphe G2, one of my favorite brushes for this task. I do like the NYX Sculpt and Highlight Duo. I like the contour side more than I like the highlighting side, because I don't feel like it's a ton of coverage. I think it's good enough, but I really do like the contour side. Both ends are really easy to blend out though, which is nice. But it's a nice product. I mean, it's affordable because it's from NYX, but I do think honestly it's like a little bit pricey for NYX, like for the drugstore brand, but it works good. Baking, I'm going to use my Maybelline. It's the Loose Setting and Perfecting powder. So I'm just going to take a damp Real Technique sponge and dip it in there and then apply this to my under eyes. My under eyes are typically the only areas that I bake, so I'm just going to leave that sit for a little bit and then move on to the contour. I'm going to use the other end of the NYX Sculpt and Highlight Duo, and to contour the cheekbones, I start like a little bit above the ear and work my way down and kind of curve it up around so it like kind of hugs where the cheekbone is. And then same thing on the other side, and then I will also contour the forehead just a little bit. So to blend out the contour, I'm just going to use my Real Techniques sponge and go ahead and blend it out. And then I'm going to go ahead and dust away the baking powder, the Maybelline powder. So one thing about the Maybelline powder, when I put it on, it doesn't show up very heavily, but if you wait a few seconds, I don't know what it is that it like sets or something, but you can see like it looks very different from when I first applied it to now, and that's I didn't put any additional product on or anything. And so the first couple of times that I used the powder, I felt like I kept having to go in because I was like, is nothing happening? Like, what's going on here? But even if you just go in once with the application, just wait a few seconds because it will show up. I promise you. It's just very strange. My other, like I have the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. It doesn't do that, so I just always have kind of thought that was a little bit weird, but I'm going to dust it away with my Morphe E3 brush. And with this powder too, like, just really make sure that you're getting everything off. I realized that if I wasn't doing a good enough job dusting away, like sometimes you're in a hurry or whatever, it's just like you do one of these, but you still have some left. You wanna make sure you get everything off, because if you don't, then you can fall victim to that white cast if you do anything with like flash photography. So just make sure you get it all wiped away. Grab my e.l.f. It's the blush palette. I think it's in light, yeah. And it does have a bronzer shade, so I'm going to use my Morphe M530. And I'm going to bronze the face and then also kind of help that to set the cream contour that we did as well. I'm going to switch again. I'm going to finish off the eyes, but off camera, I am going to fill in my brows. I'm also going to apply lashes. Lashes that I'm going to use are the Grand Glamour. These are from Eyelure and Vegas Nay, some of my favorite lashes, and they're very dramatic. They have a lot of va-va-voom to them. So when I'm going for a glam look, like these are what I tend to go for, and you can get them at Target. To finish off the eyes, I'm going to come in with my Colourpop. This is one of their pencil liners, and it's in the shade BestO. It's just like a burgundy shade. So I'm going to apply this into the waterline. And then I'm going to come back into the Carli palette with my Morphe E36 brush. And I'm going to put a combination of these two shades at the end. So one is that purple that we have all over our lid. And then the other one is just kind of like a deep brown shade. So I'm just going to kind of mix the two of them and see what it looks like on the lower lash line. I put the brown in here to kind of help balance out the purple and the burgundy, because sometimes, especially with a burgundy shade, it can, if you use like too much, it can kind of make you look sick almost, like you have like red sick eyes, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I use the darker brown to kind of help just balance everything out. And I kind of like the smoky look that darker shade is kind of giving the eyes, like more of a smoked out lower lash line. Actually, really like that. I'm just going to apply some Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, one of my favorites. Blush, I'm going to come back into the e.l.f. blush palette and use my Morphe E4. And I'm going to grab this bottom blush here. Try something different. I don't really have any affordable highlighters that like I really like, but I just saw Jaclyn Hill do this on her Snapchat the other night. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. She used a highlight from the Morphe eyeshadow palettes. I don't have the palette that she was talking about. I think it was like the 35E, but I have the 350 here, and I'm gonna pick up this third shade right here. It just looks like a really light, like kind of pink sparkly look, and I'm going to use my e.l.f. small tapered brush, and we're just going to see. I've never done this before, so I don't know, maybe it won't turn out, maybe you won't be able to see it, but I'm going to give it a try, because I was like, you know what, I bet I do, you know, have eyeshadows that can be used as highlighters. I use Puppy Love from Colourpop. It's a eyeshadow, but I've used it as a highlighter before too, so I'm just going to go ahead and see how this turns out. Okay, so I don't think it's going too shabby, but it's not super highlighty. Like, I don't know if the camera would even pick that up. Like, I can see it in my mirror, but it's not anything like, well, bam, in your face or anything like that, but it'll do. It'll do for in a pinch. Trying to be innovative here. So normally with such a darker look on the eyes, I would go for more a nude lip, but I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm busting out all things fall here and like all things burgundy in this video. So why not just keep going with it? I'm going to use the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. It's in the shade Rome, which is like a deep burgundy color, I believe. I haven't actually used this one in a while, so we're just going to go ahead and just really go for it. The bold eye look with the bold lip, I totally get it. A nude would look really nice in this. Even like a brown would look nice, but I'm just going all out for it. This has turned into my bold fall look. Not exactly what I was going for when I first started, but hey, you never know. Once you start applying makeup, you just gotta go with it. But once the lips are done, that is actually going to complete my bold fall glam look using all affordable products. This is the final look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Like I said, I do have a couple more fall looks coming your way. I just picked up a few pieces from the Wet n Wild fall collection, and I asked on my Snapchat if you'd want to see me do a tutorial with them, and the resounding answer was yes. So that will probably be my next fall tutorial as well, but hopefully I can still do a couple more here on YouTube. If you are not following me on Instagram yet, I am March Beauty Word, and like I said, I post a lot of different makeup tutorials and even like lip tutorials over there. So if you're not following me yet, I hope that you will. I also do have a really big Instagram giveaway going on right now. So if you aren't yet over there, make sure you get over there because I'm giving away a bunch of holiday sets and holiday kits from Too Faced. So that will be linked in the description box down below. But I really, really hope that you guys liked this tutorial. Please do give it a thumbs up if you did. Make sure you subscribe before you go, and I will catch you real soon in my next one. Bye!